Welcome viewers to the SD online classes. Today we are starting chapter 2 of class 10 MBSc Physics. The name of the chapter is The Human Eye and the Colourful. Made up of many things, components are there. It is basically a camera, but an automatic camera, one of the best camera maybe, which is naturally made. So what is this? Let's see the diagram and try to understand. So in this diagram we can see that the lens is there. Most important thing is the lens, which is acting like a convex lens here, and this allows the light to come through it and it will form the image here. Okay, what is happening is here the light enters and it will form an image here. That's all. Okay, that is a simple thing. Now rest of the things I will tell you. If you remember what does convex lens does, suppose this is the lens, light will come and this will happen. Here is the retina. Okay, this is the lens. This is a simple picture. The whole actual picture is here. Now you see the outer side, this one, this part, okay, this is there, which will be your first of all, the most important part initially I will start from here, the pupil, from where the light enters. Okay, this is where, which is important part, from where the light enters, from here, and the iris is there. Okay, the iris is there through, this is a circular radial muscle. Why this is radial muscle? This one and this one here, it is working here in order to adjust the lens here. The lens is automatic, so sometimes it gets thicker and sometimes it gets thinner depending upon the light entering here. So to do that, ciliary muscle will push it inside or release it so that the lens become thicker and thinner. And here just before this is aqueous humor, something like fluid, like liquid, it is there. The lens is this one, see I have pointed this is the lens. Okay, and this outer is called cornea. You can see cornea, this outer one is called cornea, the inner one is called retina. This is the screen, okay, on which picture is formed, and it is connected to the optical nerve and it goes to the brain this side, and the brain will understand what you are seeing. Okay, the ciliary muscles, and these are ciliary muscles, I have got it here. These are very important because this makes you adjust the light entering here. This is an automatic lens adjustment here. Okay, this will do. Vitreous humor is the inside of that part. We can call it the empty part where the light enters here. Okay, this part is called vitreous humor. The cornea is this outside. Remember, we are talking about inside of the whole eye. The pupil is from the where the light enters. Iris and ciliary muscles are important part, which will decide how to accommodate with your light entry. That is why they are discussed more. Retina is simply screen, you remember, like that. Okay, so now after that retina receives the image, you have to understand. That understanding will be done by the optic nerve. Okay, so after this, what are the things important here are, the diagram is not very good, but you can refer page number 47 in your textbook. It is nicely given. That diagram you can refer and you can draw for your own also, then it will be easy to understand. Now next topic here will be power of accommodation. Power of accommodation. Now from the word accommodation, accommodation is adjustment. Okay, how the light entering in your eye is adjusted by your eyes. If it is adjusting very well, more light it can quickly understand, less light it can quickly understand. That means your power of accommodation is very good. Okay, so this is how you can understand what is power of accommodation in simple words. So, and it is an important question also in simple 1 marks question. It is often asked in your exam also. What is power of accommodation is how the ciliary muscles behave. Suppose when you get old, the ability of your ciliary muscles is not very good, so it cannot make the lens quickly thinner or quickly thicker and it cannot understand the light very quickly, and the retina will not receive good image, and your optical nerve, that is your brain, will not receive a good image, and you are said that your eyesight is not very good. Okay, so this way power of accommodation is understood. Now it is what? It is the ability, how much you are able, your eyes are able, ability of the eye lens. Remember eye lens, okay, this eye lens to focus near and far, also near and far objects clearly on the retina. Understand? On the retina. By how? By adjusting. Because of this adjusting, we call it accommodation. Okay, adjusting its focal length. How the lens will adjust its focal length? By becoming thick, it makes the focal length less. By becoming thin, it makes the focal length big. Is called the power of accommodation. Okay, it is happening very quickly, so we will not understand in our day-to-day life. We are not able to understand how quickly the muscle is going up and down. Okay, there is no sound also like your camera. So it is a natural camera which is self-adjusting by the ciliary muscles, and the lens makes the focal length less here. The lens makes focal length bigger here, like this. Okay, so this is the power of accommodation. So small two topics here are, what is the near point of the eye, near point of the eye, and far point of the eye. Okay, you keep in the same diagram and you will be able to understand even the accommodation also clearly. What is near point of the eye and far point of the eye? Let's see, this is the eye. I have not drawn every picture, but only that much is enough. This is the eye one, this is the lens, and this important is ciliary muscle, okay. Ciliary muscle is relaxed here, that means it is not pressing, the lens, so the lens in a relaxed state is what? Thin. Thin means what? Its focal length is long, big, so the lens is thin. Okay, and at this time, this is the light coming, the image is formed here. Image is formed where? It is the retina, the inside one, the outside one is not drawn here. Okay, so this is the first picture where the accommodation of the eye is understood here. Okay, now the other one, another diagram is there, near point of the eye and the far point of the eye we want to discuss. Okay, here far point of the eye also. We will write at the end what is that. Okay, first you understand this one. I'll draw the diagram, the other diagram. Now look at here, this is the diagram. Here the lens is thick, okay, big. Why? Because the lens is thick, because the ciliary muscle is contracted, it is pressing the ciliary muscles from upside and downside, it is pressing the lens, and making it thick. Why? Because the light entering from here is different from light entering from here. Okay, it is entering from a near one here, and it is from the far one. From where it is coming from near, the lens does not require a lot of light to enter, and it will adjust and it will make it here. The image on the retina is formed. Both the time, the eyes, the ciliary muscle and the lens work is to keep the image here, For that, this will adjust, because this cannot be removed. You cannot make the retina away and near quickly by yourself, okay, inside your eyes. But what you can do is, the ciliary muscle understands this and it adjusts itself. So that it can change the focal length of the lens, and every time you get the image on the retina. So this is the idea. Okay. Now what is near point? Near point is the nearest point up to which I can see clearly is called near point of the eye, okay, because if you bring it even near and here, you cannot do the image on the retina here. Like that, far also is like that. If you keep on doing far and far and far, it may not be possible, okay, may not be important, may not be possible to keep the image here every time. So every eye is different. If your eyes is not good in doing the image here, the object here, image here easily, that means your far point is not good. The near point is also like that. If you are having the near object not seen clearly, that means the near point up to which you can see clearly is your near point. Similarly, it is normal, for normal eye it is how much? It is given in the textbook, okay, 25 centimeter. That means 25 centimeter you can see clearly, okay, for a normal eye. That is the near point for near point of the eye. It is not that this is only about this and it is together, okay, you have to understand together. And there another one, the most distant object, the farthest object the eye can see is called far point. Clearly is, this is the near point, is called the near point, far point, okay. For normal eye, what is this? For normal eye it is infinity. Means a normal eye should be able to focus the image here even from infinity, okay, but it is not possible for all the eyes. So that is why that is the far point has some defect. It is not possible for all the eyes to get 25 centimeter into here, then it is called there is some defect. That defect will be discussed in the next topic, okay. So this way we have studied what in this lesson, what is power of accommodation, what is far point, near point, and what is the least distance of distinct vision, that is normal eye 25 centimeter, okay, and what are the human body human eye parts, the pupil, the iris, all that. So thank you. This is all in the first lecture. Thank you.